Welcome to the IC Bus CE Series Operator Training by Leonard Bus Sales. Before we begin today's training, all of us at Leonard Bus Sales would like to thank you for choosing us to be your transportation partner. My name is Cody Shamrock, Product Specialist for Leonard Bus Sales. I've followed the school bus industry my entire life, worked as a school bus driver, transportation supervisor, and am a 19A examiner. I'm using my time in and around the industry to help make the transition into a new bus easier for you. In this training, we'll cover resetting the child reminder system, using the lamp check, the meaning behind dash indicator lamps, using various controls, and I'll provide an overview of electronic stability control and collision mitigation introduced to IC Bus in 2019. You may find this video to be a useful refresher if you've driven a CE Series bus before. The headlight switch is located to the left of the steering column. On CE Series buses, down is off, center is parking lights only, and up is headlights on. If the headlights are left on with the ignition off, an audible alert will sound. Releasing the parking brake will automatically activate the headlights, but this should not be relied on as it does not activate the clearance or tail lights. Located on the signal stalk are the wiper speed controls, windshield washer fluid control, and high beams. If your high beams will not turn on, make sure your headlights are turned on at the switch. If you use the wipers, this will have automatically activated the headlights. You can turn your school bus sign lights on using the destination sign switch or switches. Some buses have two, some have one. In this case, red interior lighting, there is an overhead work light in the bus for the driver in some cases that allows you to read route sheets in the dark. Flip this switch on and it provides red ambient lighting similar to an emergency exit door. Of course, you've got your driver dome control and then your passenger dome control. Keep in mind these configurations can be slightly different bus to bus. This is just one example. The heater controls on a CE bus are generally configured the same regardless of capacity. Passenger seating area controls are labeled as rear and midship heater. The stepwell heater helps keep the entryway dry and clear. The driver heater and windshield defroster are operated using a single switch. To divert air to the windshield, turn the center knob all the way to the right. To divert air to yourself, turn the center knob all the way to the left. Alternatively, you can set it somewhere in the middle to provide defrost to the glass and heat to yourself at the same time. You can control the air temperature using the adjustment knob. If you find the bus is not warm after idling for a period of time, be sure to check that the adjustment is set to heat. You can also choose to recirculate air inside the bus or open the vent and allow fresh air in. Lastly, the boost pump is a standard component. Located on the firewall, its purpose is to circulate hot coolant through the body of the bus to maintain cabin temperature. It is not necessary that you use this pump during normal operation. Defrost fan configuration may vary bus to bus, though generally the setup is the same. The defrost fan switches are located to the left of the gauge cluster on the panel. To help maintain visibility in inclement weather, aim the far right fan toward the pillar between the door and the windshield. There are multiple warning light control configurations possible on a CE Series bus. The master switch can sometimes be found on the left-hand panel, or in this case on the right-hand panel over here. The warning light controls may be located on the right side, on the steering wheel, or on the left panel. Some buses, such as this one, have a configuration that involves both. I can open my door from over here, or I can open it from over here. It's simply up to the operator to decide. In this case, to activate the ambers, hit the flasher on-off button on the steering wheel. If I want to cancel them, just hit the button again. To activate the reds without opening the door on a cold winter day, hit the red override button. The reds will activate and the door will stay closed. To cancel red override, hit the button again or begin accelerating and the lights will cancel automatically. The steering wheel controls are illuminated for ease of use in low light conditions. The amber on-off button is lit in an amber color, the red override in red, and the door open-close in green. On this setup, the bus still has a master flasher, an amber start, a red override, and a door open switch. On a right-hand panel configuration, the bus still has a master flasher, an amber start, a red override, and the door can be opened using the switch under the parking brake. Note that when the red override is located on the left-hand or the right-hand panel, it must be held in the on position for the red state lights to activate. Releasing it will shut the reds off. Practice using the red override in the parking lot before you hit the road. If you're uncomfortable with it, you don't need to use it. CE buses are equipped with a master switch reminder. Pressing the amber on-off button with the master switch in the off position will sound an audible tone and display the message, "Turn on master flasher," on the instrument cluster. The CE bus is designed to not allow amber warning light activation over a predetermined speed in order to prevent accidental activation. If you find that you are unable to activate your amber warning lights at higher speeds on a county road, for example, this is a setting that can be changed by a technician. In the meantime, you may have to activate them at a lower speed. For driver and student safety, the entry door may not be opened while the bus is rolling. Attempting to open the entry door while the bus is rolling will cause an audible alert to sound. Similarly, if the entry door is opened while the master is off, the audible tone will sound. This is to remind the driver to activate their master flasher if it was overlooked. To make checking exterior lights easy, the CE series bus is equipped with a lamp check feature. To activate the lamp check, first be sure that all exterior lights are off, including your master flasher, and that your foot is off the brake pedal. Press the lamp check button. It will illuminate solid green, and the exterior lights and exit lights will begin to flash. Be aware that this system is only confirming that the light has power going to it and does not guarantee that the full system is functioning. For example, it may activate the headlights, but that does not guarantee that the headlight switch is working properly. It is only confirming that the bulb or lamp is operational. The lamp check feature is not intended to replace a proper pre-trip in which you check each individual system. If you press the lamp check button and it begins flashing green, this indicates that an exterior light is on and is preventing the system from running its check. You may need to flip the headlight switch to on and then off to reset the system. This should solve the problem. The destination sign or dome lights being on does not affect the lamp check system. For buses equipped with air doors, the emergency release is on the right side of the dash. Flip down to automatic for normal operation, or flip up to air door open for manual use. The entry door on a CE bus automatically releases with the key in the off position and does not require use of the emergency release to exit the bus. For buses equipped with electric doors, the emergency release is located to the right of and above the entry door. Pull or turn the lever to release the entry door. You will have to use the release to exit the bus, even with the key off, with an electric door. If the bus is equipped with a manual door, the open-close mechanism also acts as a release on the interior. A key safety feature on your new bus is the child reminder system. Anytime the red state lights are activated, the system becomes active. The driver is required to check the bus and reset the system at the end of each route or after dropping off. Upon shutting down the bus, the driver will have 60 seconds to disarm the system. To deactivate, first secure the bus, then turn the engine off, and the key back to accessory. This begins the 60-second timer. Meanwhile, the headlights will begin to flash and the audible warning will sound. Deactivate by pressing the red reset button at the rear of the bus. Please remember that your priority is not to disable the alarm. Your priority is to check for sleeping children. If the system will not reset, make sure the parking brake is applied and that the key is in the accessory position. Unlike some buses, the dome lights will not flash when the system is reset. You will hear an audible tone similar to an exit window or door alarm as you depress the red button, and the headlights will stop flashing. Opening the entry door prior to resetting the system will not trigger the alarm. 2010 and earlier ICs require the driver to lift the handle on the back door to reset. This no longer works as a reset. The No Student Left Behind button works as a snooze for the child reminder system. Pressing the button with the child reminder system active will set a 20-minute timer or snooze for the reminder system. This is ideal for morning arrival at school prior to deboarding. Pressing the snooze button allows you to remain seated without having to disarm the alarm as soon as you shut the bus down. Be aware that if the key is turned off or removed while the snooze is active, the system will need to be reset within 60 seconds as it normally would. The cruise control switches are typically located on the right side panel. If not, this feature has either been deleted or has been located to the steering wheel. Activate the system by pressing the cruise throttle button. It will illuminate green. To set the speed or decelerate, press the Set Coast button. To resume the previously set speed or accelerate, press Resume Excel. You can manually set high idle by holding Resume Excel. To cancel high idle, tap the brake pedal or turn the system off. The CE Series bus is also equipped with adaptive cruise control, a system designed to help maintain a safe following distance at speed. We'll cover more on this later. The standard exhaust brake provides stopping assistance to the driver using exhaust gases in the engine. Like a Jake brake, activating the exhaust brake will help slow the bus with minimal braking required. You may find that the engine fan activates when decelerating with the exhaust brake active. This is a feature that can be turned off by a Leonard bus sales technician. The exhaust brake should be limited to use in dry conditions only. The off-road switch on the right side panel is not quite as fun as it sounds. In inclement weather, primarily when driving on snow and ice, the off-road switch is used to slow wheel spin as needed and help the bus maintain traction. You will see the traction control light, displayed as TC on your dash, flash intermittently when the system is on. This is normal. If the light illuminates steady, follow your operations procedure for reporting a defect. The parked regeneration switch is inactive and may only be accessed by a technician using diagnostic software. On the gauge cluster are a series of indicator lamps. I'll briefly review the most important ones. The wait to start light will typically illuminate when the engine is cold. You must wait for this light to go out before starting the bus. This is true with all buses regardless of make and model. Propane-powered buses also use a wait to start light and drivers should follow the same rule. Emissions control systems have become very complex. As part of normal operation, you will, on occasion, see a temp light display on the dash. This indicates that the exhaust is extremely hot as the bus is going through regeneration. This is part of normal operation and is not a cause for concern. You'll probably notice it activate when you stop. If the DPF light illuminates, this indicates the bus requires a regeneration and you should contact a mechanic. You may experience a derate or reduction of power when this light comes on. It should not be ignored. An engine icon on the dash indicates there is a fault detected in the emissions system. This lamp is generally accompanied by others. It will flash when the bus is first started, and this is normal. A wrench indicator means the bus is due for a general service such as an oil change. The upside-down triangle will usually come in with other lights and indicates a fault has been detected. The stop engine light must not be ignored. If the stop engine light illuminates, pull the bus safely off the roadway, turn on your hazards, set the brake, and shut down the engine. A range inhibited icon may illuminate when trying to shift gears. This indicates that the driver tried to shift into gear without depressing the brake pedal. If the light comes on, place the gear shift back in neutral, press firmly on the brake pedal, and shift back into the appropriate gear. Economy mode is controlled by a switch to the right of the steering column. This is intended to improve fuel economy by changing shift points. Turning this switch on will illuminate an icon on the dash. The stability control light may flash or flicker if the bus is in a skid or slide situation where the ABS system is attempting to regain traction. A steadily illuminated stability light should be reported as a defect. Your new bus is equipped with both electronic stability control and collision mitigation. Please note that no school bus safety technology replaces the most important safety component of all: a skilled, alert, professional driver exercising safe driving habits, as well as continuous, comprehensive driver training. Responsibility for the safe operation of the bus remains with the driver at all times. These technologies are designed to assist trained professionals. Electronic stability control is designed to help the driver maintain control in all weather conditions. Aggressive acceleration, excessive speed through curves, or turning at an unsafe speed may activate the electronic stability control system. Collision mitigation uses a radar unit in the front bumper to determine your following distance to the forward vehicle. This system affords the bus the ability to notify the driver if their following distance decreases to an unsafe level, and even automatically apply the brakes to prevent a rear-end collision. Understanding the collision mitigation system is easy. Drive the bus the way you always have. The system may point out some bad habits that we all develop over time, ultimately making you a better driver. The easiest way to get all the information and know-how related to electronic stability control and collision mitigation is to visit our website. Type in leonardbus.com/training. This will bring you to our training page. On the right side, click on Bendix Wingman Information and Training Materials. Here you'll see various links to useful information and training documents. Click on the blue box that corresponds with your position to view the document. Further down, you'll find Training 1-pagers for the driver trainers along with recorded training sessions. The training videos are designed to address every scenario related to stability control and collision mitigation. Fleets with Bendix Wingman Advanced should focus on the videos on the left side. Fleets with Bendix Wingman Fusion should focus on the videos on the right side. The two systems differ and they shouldn't be confused. This concludes the overview of the CE Series bus. Hopefully you found this to be a helpful tool in understanding your new bus better. Take time upon completion of this video to review and understand electronic stability control and collision mitigation. Additional training is always available to our transportation partners. Supervisors can contact their Leonard Bus Sales Transportation Advisor for more information.